I've been rejuvenating some soil by mixing some old used soil with new soil, some peat moss, and some compost mixed with leftover straw bales. I had a similar mix last year, and if you're interested in knowing what all I put in it, I'll post a link to that down in the description box. I'll be using this mix on top of the straw bales, in the grow bags, and in all of the containers. When I was shoveling some of the used soil, I found this small potato that was trying to grow already, left over from last year. Since this is only my second year for growing in straw bales, I'm still learning. There are a lot of folks who know a lot more about it than I do. CB comes to mind. But one thing I've learned this year is they don't always respond the same. Last year they heated up to about 120 degrees, but this year they haven't really heated up. But I can tell by the darker color in the top of this one bale and the fact that it has mushrooms growing all over it, that it's probably ready to plant. Here's a look at some of the mushrooms all over the side of the bale. And I never eat mushrooms because I know nothing about which are edible and which are not, so it's probably a good idea to leave them alone. The grow bags are already filled and ready to plant, and this year I plan to grow sweet potatoes in 3 of the grow bags, tomatoes in 1, and then finally eggplant in the last one. As I've mentioned before, this is my 3rd year for the grow bags, and they've held up pretty well, actually better than I expected. These are the 25-gallon size, and they do take a lot of soil, but they make them in about half a dozen different sizes. I've had several people ask me about the banana tree, and I'm happy to report that it's still alive. I checked out the pups from last year, and they're really firm and have a white coloration. I expect them to start greening up soon. As you can see, we have 3 new pups coming up that weren't growing last year, but are the first signs of life this year. It's kind of exciting to see it still alive after such a hard winter. For those who don't already know, we're in Zone 6B, and it grew to a height of about 10 feet in one season last year. I've been planting a few seeds, and in a wood chip garden that requires raking back the wood chips until you get down to soil. Then you just plant like you would in any other garden. And once the plants start to grow and get a little size on them, then I put the wood chips back in place around the plants. The seeds I'm going to be planting here are purple dragon carrot seeds. I saved back some of the smaller sweet potatoes from our Okinawan purple and yellow Jersey sweet potatoes last year. And I put those in some soil along with a few sweet potatoes that I got from the grocery store, and they're starting to sprout pretty well. The ones on the right of the box are from the grocery store, and the ones on the left of the box are also from the grocery store, and those are red garnet. I repotted my goji berry, and when I did, I divided off several plants and sent them to a friend of mine, Bob of Bob Mel's Gardens, and he's already got them growing down in Louisiana. The goji berry made it through the winter just fine, and after being repotted and watered real well, it's looking pretty good. I wanted to plant some butterfly weed for the monarchs to go along with the common milkweed that we already have. So I planted some seeds, but it takes 3 years for it to mature, and when I was in the store the other day, I found some root cuttings for sale, and I decided to get those so I could save a few years. They were good, healthy-looking roots, and some of them already had some sprouts coming out. So I stuck them in the ground, and they're doing pretty well. I put some in the ground and some in containers, so I'm looking forward to seeing if these bloom this year. That's about all we have going on right now. Feel free to let me know what's going on in your garden. And if you're just now finding this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Otherwise, like, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.